So now the question is write down the IUPAC name for the following complex and indicate the oxidation state, electronic configuration, and coordination number. Also give stereochemistry and magnetic moment of the complex. This is the complex given KCrH2O2 C2O4 2.3H2. Okay. So the IUPAC name of the following compound is potassium diaqua diazoleto chromate trihydrate. Okay. So it is very simple. Um, to name the coordination compound, the positive entity, then the ligand property, ligand. So basically, there are two ligands, aqua and oxalato. So first, we will name the one which has, we will name it alphabetically. Okay, the order will be alphabetically. So diaqua, then the ligand dioxalato, and finally the metal, which is chromate, and the total charge on chromate is plus 4. Yeah, no, it is plus 3 only, as you can see, minus 4 by the chromate oxalate ion, plus 1 by the potassium ion. So net charge on Cr will be plus 3. So as you can see, is plus 3 given here and trihydrate at the end. Okay. Oxidation state is plus 3, electronic configuration will be 3d3. Okay, and the coordination number of this compound is 6. So why 3d3? Because stable its a ground state configuration is 4s1 3d5. Now oxidation state is plus 3, so 3d3 will be the electronic configuration. Magnetic moment is given by the formula this, where n is the number of unpaired electron. As you can see, there are 3 unpaired electron in the T2G orbitals as its electronic configuration 3d3. So n is equal to unpaired electron. So 3 into 3 plus 2 is equal to 15. So a root 15 Bohr magneton. So this is the stereochemistry shown below. You can easily visualize and see the different structures given below, transients and which is optically active and which is optically inactive. The second question is, for the second part of this question is CuNH35Cl Cl2. As you can see, the charge on cobalt will be plus 3 as there are 3 Cl atoms and NH3 is neutral in nature. So again, the IUPAC name will be the first we will name the positive entity. So it is pentamine chlorido cobalt 3 because its oxidation state is 3, and finally fluoride. Oxidation state is plus 3. Electronic configuration will be T6 as its ground state configuration is 4s2 3d7 and its oxidation state is plus 3. So net the electronic configuration will be T6. The coordination number of this compound is 6. As you can see, there are 6 ligands. So yeah. So the as you can see, the magnetic moment of the compound is 0 as there are no unpaired electron. Okay, so all the electron gets paired up in this coordination compound. This is the stereochemistry shown below. Third part is CrCl3Py3. IUPAC name of the following compound is trichlorido tripyridine. This is Py is pyridine and chromium 3. As you can see, 3 Cl contributes minus 3 charge, so Cr will contribute plus 3 charge as pyridine is neutral in nature. So oxidation state will be plus 3, electronic configuration will be D3 as 4s1 3d5 is the ground state electronic configuration and oxidation state is plus 3, so it will net lead to the D3 electronic configuration, and the coordination number of this compound is 6. As you can see, there are 6 ligands present. So in this, as it is 3d3 the electronic configuration, so these 3 electrons will be present in different 2g orbitals, so the net unpaired electron will be 3. So the magnetic moment of the compound is given by under root of n into n plus 2, where n is the number of unpaired electrons. So again 3 into 3 plus 2 giving rise to root 15 Bohr magneton. So again stereochemistry was given here. Now for the fourth part is CsFeCl4. So IUPAC name will be the cesium, as this is cesium, positive entity. Then the negative entity will be tetrachloroferrate. Okay. So if the metal is present in the negative entity, we will just add 8 at the end, and as you can see, the oxidation state is +3 as Cl contributes to -4 charge and Cs will contribute to +1 charge as it is a group 1 element. Electronic configuration is +3 and the electronic configuration is D5 as uh, atomic number of Fe is 26, so its ground state electronic configuration is 4s2 3d6, and since its oxidation state is +2, it will lead to D5. The coordination number of this compound is 4 as there are 4 ligands present in this compound. So the number of magnetic moment of a compound is given by this. As you can see, it had d5 configuration, so 5 electrons, and it had a weak field ligand, so no pairing will take place. So all the electrons will occupy all the d orbitals, 3d orbitals. Okay, so therefore there will be 5 unpaired electrons. So this is the formula, and you will just put n is equal to 5. So 5 into 7 giving us to under root of 35 Bohr magneton, which is nearly 5.92 Bohr magneton. Chemistry is it is optically inactive. The fifth part is K4 MnCN6. IUPAC name will be the first we will name the positive entity, which is potassium, then manganese, hexacyanomanganate. As I said before, that if the negative entity in the negative entity metal, just add 8 at the end, and the oxidation state of manganese is +2. As you can see, Cn will contribute to -6 charge and K will contribute to +4 charge. There are 4 K present, so the net oxidation state of Mn will be +2. The electron configuration will be D5 as in the ground state configuration. Mn has 4s2 3d5 configuration. So since it is +2 in oxidation state, we will get D5. The coordination number of the compound will be 6 as there are 6 Cn ligands present. Okay. That the magnetic moment of a compound is given by this. So since there is only one number of unpaired electron, as you can see, it will get paired up. So 5 electrons means that there will be 5 electrons in the T2g orbitals. 4 of them will be paired up in first and second orbital, and the third one will be unpaired. So 1 and 2, 3 giving rise to root 3 Bohr magneton, which is equal to 1.72 or 1.73, basically 1.73 Bohr magneton. Stereochemistry is it is optically inactive.